Alright, here's your pre-tournament breakdown. How I see these U.S. teams and records coming in and stats for nerds. Stuff like that. We'll start from the bottom up, and if you get offended, I don't care. If you got a kid on the team, hey, you got there, right? The 10th seed, representing the Mountain Region, Snow Canyon Little League, enters the tournament with the 7-0 record. They've outscored opponents 51-17, and they went 3-0 in the regionals, outscoring the other team 19-11. They're seeded 10th because they're basically from the weakest region. They have a small state where they go straight to every team in the district. Every team in the state's in the state tournament. There's no district tournament. There's no sectional, so they've only played 7 games. The 9th seed, out of, who do I have 9th? The Northwest, Bonnie Lake, Sumner, Washington. They caught a break to get into the tournament, and the only reason they're seeded 9th is not because they're not good, it's because of who they face in the first round. We'll get to that later. Bonnie Lake's 11-0 in the summer. They went 3-0 in the regionals, outscoring opposition 22-8. And they've outscored opposition all summer long, 90-29. They don't have a sectional level. They won their district 4 straight. They won their state 4 straight. They won the regionals 3 straight. Your 8th seed, representing Middleborough, Massachusetts in the New England region. A new region this year. Is only 4 teams. They've had to fight their way through because they've lost a couple of times. They went 4-0 in district, 3-1 in sectionals, 3-0 in states, 3-1 in the regional. They're 13-2 on the summer. They've outscored opposition 99-33, and they're our 8th seed. The 7th seed from the Midwest, first time in a while they've been there, Davenport Southeast Little League, Davenport, Iowa. They have played the most games this summer. And the reason is their district tournament. They went 7-0, outscored the opposition 134-13 in the district. In the state, they went 6-0. They went 4-1 in the regionals. They're 17-1. They've outscored the opposition 195-32. But I have them seeded 7th because the competition hasn't been that strong. In the Great Lakes, representing Hagerstown, Maryland. No, Hagerstown, Indiana. I'm from Hagerstown, Maryland. I've got them seeded 6th. They are 10-0 in the summer. They've outscored opposition 84-25. They went 3-0 in the regionals, outscored opposition 13-6. They don't have a sectional level in their state, but they got a lot of left-handed sticks, and their fans are obnoxious. So they're seeded 6th. The 5th seed, right in the middle of the pack, as far as I'm concerned, is the Mid-Atlantic team out of Hollidaysburg, Pennsylvania. They knocked out the local favorite Greencastle when they beat them twice in a row in the state tournament. They're 15-2 in the summer. They've had to win the districts. They went 3-0. They went 3-0 in the sectional. They went 6-1 in the state, 3-1 in the regionals, and 15-2 in the summer, outscoring opposition 145-29, and they're a tournament-tested team. The 4th seed out of Nolensville, Tennessee, they're 12-1 on the summer. They don't have a sectional level in their state tournament. They went 3-0 in the districts, 5-1 in the state, 4-0 in the regionals. They've outscored their opposition 115-29 on the summer and 28-5 in the regional. Your 3rd seed, team that could win it all, tournament tested, out of Massapequa Coast, New York, District 31, Section 4. They've had to win 4 tournaments to get this far. They went 5-1 in a tough district, 3-0 in the sectional, 4-1 in the state of New York, and 3-0 in the Mid-Atlantic or the Metro region. Total outscoring opposition this summer 111-43. They have an overall record of 15-2, and they outscored the opponent 17-8 in the regional. Your 2nd seed, a team that could give Hawaii, I just blew it. The number 1 seed is better than everybody else, but you never know in Little League. But let's go with the number 2 seed. They've been here before, Pearland, Texas, out of that Texas East region. Or is it Texas West? Southwest, I'm sorry. They're the Texas, East or West champion, I don't remember. Anyhow, they're 13-0 in the summer. They come through the district, the sectional, the state, and the regional undefeated, outscoring opposition, get this, 166-27. 42-0 in the districts, 44-12 in the sectionals, 29-5 in the Texas East, West, Texas East I'm going with, state tournament, and 48-10 in the regional. A tough regional most of the time. Finally, your number 1 seed from AA minor league team out of Honolulu, Hawaii. You have Honolulu Little League, who's only played 9 games this summer. They just look a little bit different, a little stronger, a little faster. Don't look a little older, just a little better. However, you know how it works. Just because you get there don't mean you will win. This is Little League, folks. They were 2-0 in the districts. They don't have a sectional on the island. 4-0 in the state of Hawaii and 3-0 in the tough Western Regional, outscoring opposition by an impressive 95-19. There you have it. There's your stats for nerds. Let the games begin. You know who I think will win it? Of course, I've seeded them number 1. We're not going to break down the international bracket because I don't know enough about them to give you stats. And today's first 4 games on the slate, you have Latin America versus the Caribbean at 1. You have the Southeast Pearland, Texas versus, Middleborough, Massachusetts. In the second game, the third game of the day will be the Kangaroos from Australia with the Koala Bears against our mates up north, Canada. The hockey players with baseball bats, Team Canada. And then the final game of the evening should be a blowout when the West Honolulu takes on the team from Bonnie Lake, Sumner, Washington. The team of controversy that snuck in there, even though they were the best team in the region. They still got a break at the end of that game. Do you remember that game against Oregon? That was a shame the game had to end like that. All in all, I think there's only going to be one competitive game today. I think the Latin America Caribbean game could be good. And if Australia's improved a little in baseball, they could give Canada a run for the money. Otherwise, the U.S. side's going to be blowout city. I don't see either game making it 5 or 6 innings. I really don't. Tomorrow's a different story, and that is my update for day 1 from 140 miles south of South Williamsport, right here at the Mason and Dixon line in Maryland. Ciao.